What's up, my fellow defenders? This is Chris, and welcome to my channel. I apologize I haven't been able to make too many videos the past day or so with my car and my jobs and a whole bunch of different stuff. I just really haven't had much time, but I want you to know I haven't forgotten about you. I want to talk about divide and conquer. Divide and conquer is what's going on with all of us right now. Basically, what it is if you have an enemy, instead of having them come at you full force, you find some way to distract them so they're all over the place. It makes them weaker and makes it easier to take over them and destroy them. And that's exactly what's happening to all of us. One of the main reasons that I wanted to start this particular channel is because I wanted a place where all the truthers, the spiritualists, the people for freedom, all the good people trying to spread the message can all come here, get access to this channel, and start promoting their videos from one source. Singularity. And so far I have 0 people that have made a video. I'm a little disappointed in that. I can't do this by myself. I have a lot of people that join this site, and I notice maybe there's 20 to 40 views on these videos. That's fine. I'll build it. If I have to be the only one to do it, then so be it. I made this channel. I'm not giving up on it. But I'm a little disappointed that no one stepped up to the plate yet. If we don't unite before it's too late, we're going to be a bunch of scattered little ants that they're going to step on and destroy. Whether you want to believe it or not, the economy could be potentially collapsing. I don't guarantee anything, because nothing in life is guaranteed except for the fact that you're going to die and the fact that we have to pay some form of taxes and things like that. And the governments will screw us over and lie to us. That's pretty much a guarantee too. If we don't start doing stuff like this now and soon, it's going to be too late. So I see so many people that are on my channel, and I've watched some of their videos, and they have some great, amazing information. So my thing is, how come you don't want to join this? What is it that's stopping you? Is it because that my requirement to join this is you have to show a video of yourself? I mean, here I am. I'm not worried about people looking at me. You know, if you go throughout your life afraid, you will never achieve anything. There's nothing wrong with having a message, but there is something wrong with hiding from it. You know what? It's like, look at John F. Kennedy. He didn't run from his obligation to try and help the people. And you know what? Ultimately, what happened? They executed him. Plain and simple, whatever you want to believe, they executed him. But you know what? He died for a good cause. He tried. There are people in the world that will make a stand and sometimes pay the ultimate sacrifice. And that's why they're heroes. Look at Martin Luther the King. He was executed. He made a stand. Fight against tyranny. There are reasonable and acceptable ways to face your maker and the inevitable. Because, you know what? I hate to say it, we all die. But why people don't want to unite is confusing to me. And like I said, if no one else wants to make any videos, you know, that's fine. I'm not going to put a gun to anybody's head. I made this with an idea that we can actually unite people. They would be fed up with all the garbage and crap and manipulation and lies, and we can all unite in one place, and so far it hasn't happened. As a matter of fact, the amount of views and comments on my videos, I don't know, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing, but no one's suggesting anything. So here's the thing. We're never going to unite. I've discovered that, and that's unfortunate. Divide and conquer, they got us by the Gunyans. It's disappointing, but that's okay. Like I said, I have a cause here, and I will continue to do it until they shut down this YouTube. They find a way to shut down the internet. I no longer survive this world, or there's just too much going on to where it's not even worth it anymore, as far as like a collapse of an economy or something. So I am going to continue this. I'm not always going to be right. I'm not always going to say everything everybody is going to want to give me a big hug for. Some of the things I talk about are controversial. But keep this in mind, guys. Just because something is highly unlikely in your eyes does not mean it can't happen. And I always tell people, it's better to have a faith than a belief. Because when you have a belief, you'll live and die for that belief, even if you're wrong. With a faith, you can have an idea about something, and then if somebody comes along and presents an argument that contradicts your belief, your faith, you can change it. And also keep this in mind. Just because you believe something doesn't mean you're right. Same thing with me. So that's the beautiful thing about philosophy. When you philosophically are speaking of something and you philosophize with somebody, it's basically your just opinion on it. Doesn't mean you're right, and it also doesn't mean you're wrong. So when people talk about things like aliens and religion and government conspiracies, yes, some of them may be far-fetched. Some of them may be flat-out lies. But you know what? Some of them may be the truth. And sometimes there is partial truth to any story. The idea is, don't just because you don't agree with it mean that you could just eliminate it from being possible. And that's why a lot of times the easiest way to manipulate something is to make it so ridiculous that no one would believe it. Think about that. If the governments are smart enough, and obviously they are, because they got us all divided and we even know what's going on, and yet we still won't unite. But if they do something that's so ridiculous, like weather control, there will be people that instead of trying to search for it or research it, they'll just have an emotion that says, I don't like it, I don't agree with it, so therefore it doesn't happen, it's impossible. Are you kidding me? How is that factual? Like when I presented the actual document that was posted in 1976, Resolution 31/72, which talks about weather manipulation. You know, sometimes I want to do that whole thing from Back to the Future. You know, hello, McFly. Why would they put something about making weather manipulation illegal if they didn't have it? And if they had it in 1976, you'd be damn well sure they've had it for decades before that. And if they've had it since 1976, and they've had it before that for decades, where do you think they are with it now? And when I talked about in World War II, those radio things that I was talking about, that was the initiation of the first cell phones. Yes, they weren't cell phones, but that was the beginning stages of what was to later become cell phones. That's how inventions are created. They start in one way, they get better and better and more enhanced. Okay, computers when they first came out, you would have to have them fill a room. Now you could fit them in your hand. Okay, so things change, but that was the beginning stages of cell phones. I didn't say it was a cell phone. So if I might have said it wrong, I apologize. But the point of the matter is just because you don't believe something can't happen does not mean you're right. You have to have an open mind. Otherwise, they could just say the most ridiculous things. You'll just dismiss it without any question, and they get away with murder. Sometimes literally. So I still have hope for the people watching this video. Whether it's 10 people or 10,000 is irrelevant to me, because I'm not here to become famous. Because I'll tell you this much, if I wanted to go on YouTube to be famous, I'd do a hell of a lot more than make videos like this. You know, obviously all you need is a kitten or some girl flipping off her top, and you'll get 5 million hits. I don't care about that. I'm trying to awaken the sleeping masses. The people who do nothing but use an emotional response to dictate what they believe and what they disbelieve in. You can't go through life that way. You're only going to hurt yourself in the long run. Throughout history, look at World War II with Hitler. The normalcy bias. There were over 700,000 Jewish people living in Germany at the time when they were taking it over, when Hitler got into power. Approximately about 100,000 of them left. The rest of them said, oh, that can't happen, and oh, I have money, no, they won't bother me, or this is just, it'll pass. And they paid with their lives. Is that something worth risking just for your foolish pride? Because that's what it boils down to. To be angry at somebody like myself or other people that are truthers that are trying to explain things, that just because it seems silly or ridiculous or unlikely, you automatically dispute it as impossible without looking it up, without researching it? Who do you think that's going to hurt? Because I'll tell you this much. On my other video channel, I talk a lot about getting gold and silver as a hedge against inflation, storing food and water and other supplies in case of a possible collapse. You know what? If all that stuff happens, I'm going to be a lot better off than the people that did nothing but make fun of me and argue and did nothing to protect themselves. And if nothing happens, guess what? I don't have to go food shopping for a while. So think about it, guys. And this is not geared towards everybody. This is geared towards the ones who will sit there, automatically say dislike before they watch the video, and they're sitting there with their arms folded saying, you know what, I don't like this person. So because I don't like him, I'm not going to agree with what he says, and I'm not going to give him any chance. And I'm going to be right there to comment and say, oh, you're an idiot, you're a jerk, I don't like you, so I'm not going to debate you peacefully or respectfully. I'm just going to call you out. You know what? I will sleep at night knowing that if the shit hits the fan, and it may, I'm not saying it will, it may, it's not impossible. Anything that's not impossible is at least improbable. But I will sleep better knowing that I protected my family the best I could. Now, that doesn't stop some militia coming in and killing us all. You know what? I have no control over that. But I can tell you this much, my family isn't going to starve to death. What is your family going to do? And this is directly for the people who are going to dispute everything. No matter what they hear, they're automatically right and everybody else is automatically wrong. What are you going to do if the shit hits the fan? How are you feeding your kids? How do you look at your wife or your husband and say, you know what? I can't believe this, but I was wrong. How are you going to tell your little child that we have no food today? Do you really want to be that irresponsible? And I and a whole bunch of other people make these channels to educate people. We do it because it's the right thing to do. And all we get 25-30% of the time is a bunch of people that hate us for it. You know what? Go do something more productive then. I want this channel to be the people who give a damn. And I'm going to call out every person on here that thinks that this is a good idea but hasn't done anything on it. We can make a stand. Even a little step is better than no step. Aren't you tired of being pushed around? Aren't you tired of being lied to? Aren't you tired of every other day finding out some ridiculous thing? You know what? While we're all fighting and not uniting, they are, right now as we speak, trying to pass a law that could potentially start World War III. That could give the president a dictatorship and allow him to go after any person he dictates as a president, is a terrorist, foreign and domestic. What are you doing then? What are you guys waiting for? Do you want to wait until it happens and be like the 600,000 Jewish people who died in World War II in the prison camps? So many people, I watch their videos, they damn well know what FEMA is. They damn well know what HARP is. Are you waiting to be taken there before you say, oh, I should have done something? Well, you know what? This is me saying to you people, I'm calling you out. Do something. Help me to unite. If I'm doing it wrong, show me how to do it right. Because I give a crap. You know, I just got married. Unofficially, but I just got married to my girl. And I will end my own life to protect hers. And I'll do whatever it takes. As long as it's doing it the right way. And I know that when she comes here and we're ready to spend the rest of our lives together, that no matter what happens, I will bend over backwards, get no sleep, work every day if I have to, be exhausted, tired, and cranky to the point where I don't get to talk to her sometimes because I'm so damn tired I need 2 seconds to sleep. But just to make sure she'll be protected. What are you doing for your family? And I know people will get mad, oh, all you're doing is making a video. You know what? I'm spreading the word. I'm spreading the message. This is the internet. It is seen throughout the world. And I've already awoken a few people that thank me on a regular basis, and that's why I do this. And I am begging you people, if you believe in the truth, if you believe in anything, help me to help you to help all of us. I can't do it alone, even if I will. So you know what? Regardless if I get 50,000 thumbs down on this, I am still going to help the people, even the ones that don't believe in me, because I give a crap. I'm trying to make this world better, even if it's just a little saying. I hope you will help me. Thank you for watching, every one of you, including the ones who don't agree with me, because I don't want anything bad to happen to you, even if you wish it to me.